Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Pike Show. I know it has been a while, or actually a whole week, since I have dropped a new episode, but I've been traveling. Recently took a trip to New York and Boston, and I'm going to jump into that a little bit more as we jump into the episode. I guess that's a good segue to kick off the episode today. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of unplugging, enjoying life, and recharging. So let's jump into it. All right, so I just mentioned in the introduction, so I just recently got back from a trip on the East Coast, actually. We actually went and we toured New York for the first time, and I took a trip to Boston for the first time, and I actually took a trip to New Hampshire. I was actually there for me and a few buddies of mine. Actually, these guys have been friends since like the 8th grade, so back from our days in our home state of Arkansas. We signed up for a marathon in New Hampshire, so we got a chance to go out there, and we also had another friend for ours that stays in Denver now, from Arkansas too, that met us there. He didn't run, but he came to hang out. So what I decided to do, me and my partner decided to make a trip out of it. We've never been to the East Coast, so we went to New York first. We kicked off the trip there. We stayed in Chinatown. We did all the tourist spots. We actually got some more friends that we know that actually stay. One couple stays in Delaware, but they drove up, and the other couple stays right outside of New York in New Jersey. So we got a chance to see them, got a chance to see their baby boy, and then we did the tourist spots in New York. From there, we went to Boston, and we got to tour the city. I'm a big Patriots fan, so I'm upset I didn't get a chance to actually see a game. It actually collided with time there. So we did that, and then that weekend I went and ran I did the half marathon. Originally I did the marathon, but my body was having some issues. I had some knee problems and ankle problems that happened there, and plus I got sick on the trip a little bit right before the marathon, but I got better. But I just decided to make the call to do the half marathon, but it all worked out. Finished the whole thing. It was a lot more hills than I expected, but it was really gorgeous there. But anyway, that is enough of my trip. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you can go check out pictures and stuff from that. But today I want to talk about the importance of unplugging and just enjoying your life. And I know there's a lot of talk about, especially if you're just starting or you're trying to have growth. There's a lot of talk about hustling 24/7, people who do it all the time. I'm going to tell you, like, it's not possible. Like, that's a lie. That's a myth to be able to hustle and go and steady beyond 24/7. And the people that do it, depending on what field you are, like, they don't really do it. The people that put out a lot of stuff, put out a lot of content, they have teams and they have people to help them. So it looks like they're going 24/7, but nobody really goes 24/7. Now, I'm not saying like there's not people that work really hard. Like, I put in a lot of work, put in a lot of time, but I also have to have that time to recharge. And the reason I say that is when I first started my business, like, I started out, the first couple of months, so actually the first like 7 to 8 months, like, just going, like, I was working like 80-hour weeks and just taking on every single client and just working. I was making good money, but at the same time I wasn't enjoying anything. I wasn't spending time with family. I wasn't spending time with my partner, wasn't enjoying the holidays. When I was there, I was never present. And I just realized that like, you have to, in order to get to a certain point, one, you got to get help. If you want to scale and grow to a certain point, or you're going to burn yourself out. And two, you've got to take time away to recharge. Like, it's not fair to yourself. It's not fair to your friends. It's not fair to your family when you're, spending money on these trips and taking time, or just investing time to be with them, and you're not fully present. So you're missing out on those opportunities. And, one of the things that I signed up for when, I became an entrepreneur, became my own boss, like, I wanted to be able to have the freedom to do more stuff and spend more time with my friends and family, and not actually be working more and being less present there than what I was when I had my 9 to 5. So that was the key to me. And I just really think that, it's just really important. Like, if definitely if you're in the starting out stage or you've been doing it for a while, like I think it's just really important that you have to take care of yourself, and you can't just burn yourself into the ground. I mean, especially if you're a business like me, where right now everything depends on me. So I have to take time away. I know for me, like I have to take time away to go recharge, and then I can come back more present in order to show up for you guys on this podcast, in order to show up for my clients better, and to show up everywhere like in my other communities, just to make sure that I am more present, I'm giving good content, and that I don't just going through the motions and I'm burning myself out. Like, so if you're listening to this podcast today, I just wanted to tell you, and if you're in this situation, like, it's okay to take some time to recharge. It's okay to go and refresh yourself. It's okay to enjoy life a bit. So just make sure that, like with anything, like that there is balance. Even when I was paying off my debt journey and going with my journey, like I was on I was making a lot of progress, and I made a lot of progress during a very short period of time, but I also had things in there to where like I pushed myself, but I didn't go extreme pushing myself. Like I was almost there, but not quite there. I was in there to where there was a little leeway to where I can still get some enjoyment out of it, and the process was fine. So, that's it for today's episode. Again, I thank you guys for listening. I'm back on schedule now. I'm going to be dropping content twice a week. So back to your regular scheduled time. So every Monday and every Wednesday, you can expect to get a podcast from me. And if you're watching on YouTube, same thing. I'm going to be dropping videos, at least on those days, but I'm going to try to do more videos as well on YouTube, non-podcast related stuff, more business stuff and technical stuff, more of what I do day to day, to give you guys more of a picture of what I do. But anyway, like I mentioned on every single podcast, I thank you guys for listening. The podcast is really growing. So thank you to everyone who has shared it. Thank you to everyone who has came and gave me a rating and left a review. It really, really helps a lot. If you have anyone that is interested or you think this podcast may be beneficial for, please have them go and subscribe to the podcast. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, the group is growing. The Living My Best Life Facebook group is growing. So just go on Facebook, search the Living My Best Life Facebook group. You'll see my picture on the cover image. Join it. Introduce yourself. We're getting close to, I think we're coming right up on 400 members, and we're steady growing each day. There's people coming, and the conversations are getting great. So if you want to continue the discussion, make sure you go there, and I will see you all on the next episode.